What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Blue Fox 22 coming at you again with more post commentary and episode 64 of our modded LP series. And today we're going to explore more into more refined storage. So yeah, I hope everything is going great for you guys today. This lovely Monday. No, today's Tuesday. It's a lovely Tuesday morning or afternoon. I can't remember. Might be Tuesday afternoon. So yeah. In the last episode, we had some technical issues. Pretty much played catch up. So yeah. In today's episode, like I said, a little bit more refined storage. Oh wow. So yeah, like I said, we got the Killer Joe and all that working, but I want to actually shut this off. Ow. Off. Give me your sword. So yeah. A little post commentary for you guys. Sorry. It's nature of the beast right now. I'm still having technical issues with, shadow play or share or whatever you want to call it. I've read some stuff I can revert back, but I don't know if it's going to revert my video drivers back, and I don't want to do that. So up first, let's see. This is why I don't like post commentary. I'm trying to remember exactly what. Let's see. Oh yeah. Refined storage. So we're gonna figure out what exactly we need. I have the two basic things you're gonna need first off, and that is the controller and the solderer. With the controller, this basically sends power and recognizes all the units that are connected to it. And the solderer helps create certain items that are going to be needed for certain machines to be used with refined storage. So this is also your sorting systems and all that as well. What I'm here is I'm pulling up the wiki, so I'm not getting things wrong. Sorry about that. I hate doing that, but it's the nature of the beast sometimes. So, the very first thing you're always going to need for refined storage is the controller. Without the controller, you can't do anything. And my end goal is to take everything that you saw over there on the wall and condense it down into this machine. Why? Because literally with something the size of a sag mill, I can store all the items that are in the storage system right now into probably 2 or 3 drives. So that means this would literally move from one side of the room to the other, and yeah, all this you see here, gone, because it takes up so much room. Like I said in the last episode, can you imagine? I love quantum storage because it stores a huge amount of items, but only one item. Could you imagine storing every single item in vanilla Minecraft in quantum storage? I would have to have a sub-basement designed specifically just for quantum storage alone. It's insane. So, what we're going to need, first off, right off the bat, is we're going to need a disk drive. For a minimal setup, we're going to need a controller, the solderer, and your disk drive plus at least a 1K storage disk. And then we're going to have to craft the item called the grid. And I'll explain what that is later. So right now we're going to need some resources. And pretty much what I'm doing is I'm explaining what I just said. I want to be able to store everything in one location without taking up so much space in the base, because I can use this space for other things. We're getting ready to work on Foundry. We're getting ready to go back into Blood or Evilcraft. I wish we were going back into Blood Magic. I can't get Blood Magic to work for some weird reason now. It conflicts with a mod, and I don't know which one. So yeah, like I said, the first thing we're going to need is the controller, which we already have. the solderer, which we already have, and then we're going to need a disk drive. So the disk drive just uses 3 components. It's not that difficult to make. Yeah. So this is literally your storage for your storage system. What I like about this mod is that you can also store storage disks or fluid storage disks. Yes, you heard me correctly. This bad boy can store items or fluid. Are you serious? So that to me is awesome. So pretty much what we're going to need a lot of are diamonds, a lot of redstone, a lot of gold, some decent amount of iron because you're going to need quartz, quartz refined iron or quartz saturated iron, quartz enriched iron. But you're also going to need processors, silicon. There's 2 ways of getting silicon. You can use what comes with Ender IO, or you can make your own by putting quartz in the furnace. We're going to need construction cores, deconstruction cores. What else are we going to need? We're going to need a lot of other things. The main thing, like I said in the last episode, is this RS energy. And RS energy is literally refined storage energy. It uses RS power units, and there's no way to generate RS. RS is automatically created. You can, however, convert different things into RS, in which case you can convert redstone flux into 1 RF equals 1 RS. Energy, forge energy. 1 forge energy is 1 RS. Tesla 1 T energy is 1 RS, and also the IC2 EU energy units, that is 4 RS. So like I said in the last episode, IC2 is pretty much the best bet. If you have it working, that's your best bet as far as energy production is concerned. Crap, I rotated this and I didn't mean to. Okay, so we are out of ender pearls. So I'm going to take what we have here, I'm going to split it up and give it to... I'm going to split it up and give it to between these different generators. And this is what I was talking about last episode. Torcherinos, the endergenic generators, don't use them with Torcherino. It screws the tick rate for the timers and stuff, and it makes them misfire, and they break ender pearls. So we actually lost some ender pearls because of that. It burned through them that fast. So some machines do not like Torcherinos. But what I am going to do is use these Torcherinos for a better purpose, and that is to speed up the process of the solderer here. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Like I said, we're going to be doing some more stuff down the line, some more Foundry stuff and all that. And I'm still trying to figure out how to set up a multiplayer stuff. I do still have our old motherboard. It still kind of works. It needs RAM. I'm contemplating on making that a server. I'm not too sure. If I do, then I'm going to have to sit down and figure out how I'm going to do that. Trying trying to think of what else. So yeah, but other than that, everything's on the up and up. Everything's going great. The other good news I have for you guys is we're almost at 50 subscribers. We're on the road to 100 soon, and I'm actually very happy. As of today, I have 48 subscribers. 2 weeks ago, I had not 2 weeks, a few weeks ago, almost 2 months ago, I only had 35. So we're almost at 50, and I just wanted to say thank you all. Thank you so much, because a year ago I did not have 50 subscribers. It's difficult, but it is, to me, it shows that it is paying off. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have the motivation to keep going, and I wouldn't be able to, to do what I like to do, which is Minecraft and, YouTube in general. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making another component. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to change the picture here on my editor, and I can't get a better view, so I apologize. Later on, if down the road, if I know I'm going to have to do post commentary, then I'll write stuff down as to what I'm doing as far as crafting and stuff is concerned. But you guys will be able to actually see the video. I can't see it. For me, it's just too small. Everything's blurry. But here I'm explaining that you don't have to necessarily have things touching the controller. Basically, you consider the controller a central hub. You have 5 sides to work with, minus 1 because that's always going to have power. And with those 5 sides, you can connect the machines directly to it, and then connect the machines directly to those machines. It'll always connect back to the controller. Or you can connect everything together with cable. That's what I was making before, was cable. This mod isn't hard. It's just there's a lot of crafting. And I think once you get a basic system down, then everything starts to work out better, because then you can actually go ahead and start auto-crafting things from your system. So you can always have a steady supply of processors, construction cores, deconstruction cores, destruction cores, a steady stream of quartz enriched iron, because quartz enriched iron is really easy. It's a shaped recipe. It's literally 3 iron and 1 quartz, and boom, you're done. Or was it 3 quartz and 1 iron? I think it was 3 iron and 1 quartz, because that recipe makes 4 quartz enriched iron. So yeah, yet again, this video might not be too long. About 25 minutes, a little over, a little less. As I said, I'm so sorry for the post commentary. It's just it's annoying, to say the least. It's annoying. What I'm going to try and do next time, instead of using Audacity, I'm going to try and record the audio with my video editor, and then import the video that way. So it might be a little bit better, because then I can have a little bit of less of a lag time, because it's that initial lag time in the very beginning that ruins the audio. Because I don't like doing post commentary. I like doing things on the fly. Yeah, 3 iron and 1 quartz, enriched quartz, makes that enriched quartz enriched iron. But like I was saying, I like to do things on the fly and on point and right then and there, and get it over and done with. Even if I have to pause, or you notice there's like a jump skip. It was something that I thought was too mundane, or not simplified enough, or just something weird. So yeah. So after you get I made a second solderer because I saw how slow the process was with the first one. I made a second one using cables, basically to show off what the cable's for. I'm going to remove that in between this episode and the next, so that it was just basically showing you that you don't have to have it right next to the controller, whatever it may be. Storage drive or a disk drive, solderer, crafter, whatever it may be in the future. It doesn't have to be connected directly to the controller. So the most complex item that you're going to actually craft is the grid. Storage disks aren't too bad. Disk drives aren't too bad. Grids, on the other hand, are ridiculous. For the amount of crafting that you have to do, it's insane. Just, crafting simple things from the little parts that you need, the construction core, the deconstruction core, processors, what else is there? Looking. Yeah, but those are some of the basic parts. But then you have like the solderer, constructor, constructor, destructor, detector, the actual disk drive itself, the disk manipulator, storage block, fluid storage block. Yeah, you have an importer, an exporter, an external storage. You have an interface where you can interact with the items. You have an external interface, the crafter itself, a crafting monitor. Then you have grids. You have a crafting grid, a pattern grid, a fluid grid. There's so much stuff. But the one thing I like is that it's not daunting. It's surprisingly very easy, as long as you have the resources for it. It's not... I would consider AE2 a mid-tier game mod. You have to get well established, and you have to have a lot of iron to get iron and quartz to get AE2 off the ground. With this, yes, you need a lot of iron, gold, and redstone and stuff, but I consider it very late beginning game before mid-tier game. And then, for me, my perspective is when you have thousands of diamonds, then you're at end game zone. That's when it's like, okay, time to go to the end. Time to go to the end. Go find the Ender Dragon, beat the Ender Dragon. Explore the end, find some shulks and stuff. That's, to me, is end game. And then some people, they probably think that, mid-game would be, oh, well, I'm already at mid-game. I made it to the nether. For me, that's, your first stepping stone as to dimensional travel and stuff. Okay, you made it to the nether. Great. What next? Alright. So here I'm showing the recipe that you need in order to get, I believe this is the disk drive. Like I said, not hard. It's just I grabbed the wrong kind of glass. I grabbed fused quartz and not actual glass, which isn't the end of the world either. It's just that the recipe, you can't use fused quartz. You can use any other kind of glass though, except if you're using an environmental tech like I am. You still can't use that clear glass for anything other than environmental tech. If you're wondering, I lost the disk drive. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, no, warmer. No, colder, cold, warmer. You're on fire. You're getting colder and you're frozen. don't even know what I was looking at there. Oh, I remember. So that is the disk drive. And I was explaining the different components you need for it. And you need the construction core, the deconstruction. You actually need 2 construction cores, a deconstruction core, and I believe it was an advanced processor or a processor. One of those. And yeah, it's just so much crafting. So yeah. So I'm going to pause here. And I'll be right back after I'm done doing all this crafting. And yeah, we'll move on from there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sit tight. And I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, crafting. Not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, so we're almost done here. Get this deconstruction core. So what we made there is the actual disk drive that will hold your storage disks. So in this case, a 1K storage disk. And I believe I made 2 of them, just to be on the safe side. But this is the grid. The storage drives actually go inside. And once you have your grid, these are the different modes that you can do. Once you get established and get used to it, then you can delve into upgrades. Upgrades consist of range upgrade, speed upgrade, stack upgrade, crafting, and interdimensional. I believe, and then there's the wireless grid as well. I believe interdimensional meaning, let's say you have RF Tools dimensions, you can access your storage system in between, let's say, another dimension that you created with RF Tools dimension and the main world, or the nether in the main world, or the end in the main world, or whatever mod you happen to use. You'll be able to access your grid that way. But I don't know how much the power draw is going to be on that. Might be a little insane, just a little bit, just a little crazy. But anyway, here I'm making the actual storage drive. So that's a 1K storage disk. Right click on that, stick them in, and you literally have 2,000. It's 1,000 per unit. Right now we have 2,000 per unit to go in here. And yeah, now we can store items in the system. And what's awesome is it doesn't work on a stack system. It doesn't work on a single large amount of item system. It's okay, how many items can I put in here? Oh, I could put 2,000 items in here. It's not a stack at a time. It's okay, I have umpteen different items that I want to put in here, but I can have a stack of them, and it only counts as that item. You can have a stack of a crap ton stack of redstone. It's not counting each and every piece of redstone. It's just, hey, you have this one piece of redstone takes up this 1 kilobyte. Oh, but I have like 345 of them. Okay, and it's still just 1 unit. That's what I loved about AE, and that's what I love about this mod. So yeah, now I can go start moving stuff into the system, get it all sorted up, and then I think in the next episode we'll work on getting at least a stack upgrade, maybe a range upgrade, and then some sorting upgrades as well. Because you could sort this not just by number or by count, but you can number, not alphabetically or by count, but also by mod, but you need the upgrades for it. So yes. So eventually what we will work on auto crafting with the solderer, and fluid storage as well, which is insane. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I had a ball. I had a blast. as always, I'm Batman. I'm Blue Fox 22, aka Michael Gardner. Hope you enjoyed today's video as always. Stay safe, stay healthy as humanly possible, and above all, stay foxy. I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Like I said, all this month there'll be some scary videos up for the Scary Spoopy Halloween show. Until then, bye bye.